musical car.
Hey there, welcome to Jeff's Musical Car on a beautiful sunny Sunday day. That was complicated. And I'm here with Akim from, well, I'm going to say Toronto, but I think you're a bit of a world traveler, if you must. You call many places home, is that right?
Bit of a gypsy, yeah. Call many places home. In fact, I even have a song called Home. It talks about exactly that. It says, I'm home wherever I go.
Perfect. So the album you're touring around with right now is Aventura Transmission, and it's a bit of a concept album. And can you tell me a bit about the story, how this album came to be?
It's concept album based on a real life situation where I sailed on a schooner from New Brunswick to the Caribbean with a really special captain, and during that period of my life, I was a filmmaker, and then at the end of that journey, I started becoming a musician.
Mm-hmm.
And after many years after that journey, I finally wrote the album about that period of my life, that transition point, because I had built up a lot of songs.
Yeah. There's a lot of puns you can use in there to change your chorus, and
of course, yeah, that's true.
So, since the album came out, how has the response been? Did people really see that musical side of your life when you were into filmmaking?
Not so much. The two worlds are quite separate in a way. It's at least they were for me at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Musicians tend to be with musicians, filmmakers, film geeks.
Sure.
Tend to be with film geeks, you know. And I was always a bit of both, but.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So what song are you gonna play for me off this album?
I'm gonna play "Trust Your Instincts."
Okay. Can you give me a bit of the background on it?
Yeah. Well, before I left on that big journey, a lot of people were telling me that it was a little crazy to be leaving, and what was I doing? I was going to leave all my work behind, and or wasn't I afraid that I'd lose my job and all this stuff? And, and a little voice inside said, "Trust your instincts, not your fears. It's not as bad as they say."
All right. Well, let's hear the song.
Okay.
Now we have the story. Let's hear the musical rendition.
I can do the mellow version on the album. It's a full band. This is solo acoustic.
The Jeff's Musical Car exclusive.
We walked down, pushed around, pushed to push down, looking far away out, but you never find out, 'cause you always stay put like a good dog you should. Bet you fly to Hollywood if you only knew you could. Trust your instincts, baby, not your fear. It's not as bad as they say. Trust your instincts, baby, not your fear. 'Cause we're only gonna lead you astray. If you're only gonna lead you astray. Weird jazz chicks, devil sticks, cooking up the latest fix. Soap style drama flick, digging to your bag of tricks. I'd smile, sing a song, hurry up, I won't be long. Light it up, bang a gong, take a hit from the bomb. Trust your instincts, baby, not your fear. It's not as bad as they say. Trust your instincts, baby, not your fear. 'Cause we're only gonna lead you astray. If you're only gonna lead you astray. If you're only gonna lead you astray. watch the stars, see the dawn, setting sunrise a mile. Say shit, go far, take a trip by car. On the road, feeling free, misery's company. Lose yourself into the sea, another deadly melody. Trust your instincts, baby, not your fate. It's not as bad as they say. Trust your instincts, baby, not your fate. 'Cause you're only gonna lead you astray. If you're only gonna lead you astray. If you're only gonna lead you astray.
Good job. Is this the first time you played in the
for early in the
moving
morning,
vehicle?
I don't know. You know,
I dug
just
it.
had my first coffee.
Yeah.
Hey, I didn't even have that. Yeah. Give me that thing.
So what's I'll get that to you.
No, just kidding.
You want it?
Oh no, we can't advertise, can we?
Yeah, why not?
Jim Hortons.
Everyone's like Tim Hortons.
As my friend used to say.
Your morning savior. So going forward, we'd spoken earlier, and you said you're looking to kind of get that more bigger full sound. Is that a little trickier, just on your situation of always being everywhere?
Not really. I got like a little portable studio.
No, I mean by getting some musicians behind you and living in all these different places.
Well,
or are you doing it more the DIY?
I've been traveling so much that at this point, if I don't know musicians already, I usually meet them along the way, and whether it's new people or people I worked with before, I always manage to get together a bunch of guys, and I was looking for that magic to happen. When it does, then I stick with that for a while.
The next album, you've started to piece it together piece by piece. Where are you at this point in the process of your next album?
Let's just say it's a process. That making my next album is a process. I've got a bunch of songs written, and I'm gonna pick from those songs, which ones fit, which ones are gonna be appropriate for the next batch. The thing is, I go in so many directions. I write, some harder rock songs, and then I'll write some bluesy stuff. It's all very bluesy, but some jazzier stuff, and I even have some stuff that's kind of veining on more acoustic soul. So could go in several directions.
After your first album, your first experience in the studio, what were some key things that you learned and maybe picked up that you're going to bring into your next session?
Well, what I want to do, because I spent on this last album, we recorded the drums and the bass live with the full band, and I wanted that live feel, so we didn't record to a click track or anything, but overdubbing was a real chore, because you had to be in the moment, in that moment,
Yeah.
So when I was re-recording the guitars, you had to listen real hard, to the drum and the bass, and where I was in that moment when we recorded that. And instead of doing it that way, I would say no. I'm not a big fan of multi-tracking. I'm a big fan of having a really kick-ass band and just taking a snapshot of that band, like a photograph. And that's your recording. Anything that goes on top, possibly some overdubs here and there, that's okay, but you should have most of it done the moment you record it.
Yeah, you want to feel that passion.
You want to feel that
first
live,
take.
that human spirit, that energy amongst the musicians in the room. You don't want to be multi-tracking and futzing around with perfection, because it's the imperfections that make things beautiful and more human.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. And I guess we're back at the train station, so I'm gonna drop you off so you can head along on the rest of your tour. Thanks a lot for coming along for a spin.
Thank you.
So that was Akim. Be sure to check him out if you see him in your town. And this is the album. And that's it for this episode of Jeff's Musical Car. See you next time.
Cheers.